Let's hurry, child. The night can only get worse, so we must find shelter soon. Don't worry. I will explain everything as soon as there is time. Wait, there is something wrong. We are in an ambush. Prepare yourself.
You're perceptive for an old man. You know why I'm here. Hand over your ward and no one will be hurt. If you resist, it shall be a waste of your life.
Hey, that's the asshole from the opening cinematic. So he's after us, right now.
You're a fool if you believe I would trust your benevolence. Step aside and you and your lackeys will be unhurt.
I'm sorry that you feel that way, old man.
This will not end well. So we're against two ogres. That armored figure and what looks like a priest. She was put to sleep. Now Gorion dispatched one of the ogres, the other one as well. Can he win against the armored figure? He runs out of spells. And he dies.
The dawn is especially cruel this morning. You awake with the realization that you have not been living some horrible dream. Ambushed, you saw Gorion cut down before your eyes, and even his powerful magic could not stop the onslaught. It was his wish that you flee, but that does not remove the feeling of helplessness that now overwhelms you. Hand over your ward, the armored fiend had said. He was after you and you alone, but why? If only Gorion had given some clue. But now you are alone and lost. Candlekeep is near, but you will find no quarter there. The readers pay for their serenity with rather draconian entry rules, and without Gorion's influence, their doors will remain closed. You will not last long on your own with your meager equipment. Perhaps you can get some help from the friends Gorion mentioned, the ones at the Friendly Arm.
This is just getting better and better.
Hey, it's me, Imoen.
And we meet with Imoen again. Sorry I followed ya, but I never get out of Candlekeep, and those monks are such a bore. Never any decent coin in their pockets neither. I saw Gorion, and I am so sorry. Kinda figures something bad might happen to you out here. How could you have known? Gorion did not even tell me. I accidentally read a letter on his desk the other day. Can't remember exactly what it said, but he might still have... It might be on his body. Anyway, I'm not gonna let you wander around here all alone. Never let a friend down, no sir. Stick with you until you say otherwise, I will. Alright. Did I ever ask you to join me? Well, I guess in the very short term we might be...
Yes.
Better as a group than separated. Because we are left out in the wilderness with absolutely no external help. In fact, as the narrator mentioned in the little cutscene there, we cannot go back to Candlekeep because we will be denied entry. That may seem quite unnaturally cold, as we have spent our entire childhood there, but still, we cannot enter unless we have a tome of great value, and that is a tome of at least, well, a value of 5,000 GP, so we're not going back there anytime soon. The safe place Gorion mentioned was the Friendly Arm Inn, which we can see on our map already, although it is currently unexplored. So that will be our first destination. But first let's explore this place a bit. We can go where the battle took place, which is actually in our field of vision for some reason.
What? Yeah.
So let's see. We had 4 opponents. There were 2 ogres, the armored figure, and a female priest. Now there are only 3 corpses here, that of the 2 ogres, and that of Gorion. The armored figure survived, of course, and the female priest, well, she might have been a wizard, I don't know exactly. It turns out that Gorion put her to sleep with a sleep spell, so she escaped unharmed after the battle. And on Gorion's body, we find some gold and a letter. Now these might be the letters Imoen got to read beforehand. Let's see what they say. My friend Gorion, please forgive the abruptness with which I now write, but time is short and there is much to be done. What we have long feared may soon come to pass, though not in the manner foretold, and certainly not in the proper time frame. As we both know, forecasting these events have proved increasingly difficult, leaving little option other than a leap of faith. We have done what we can for those in thy care, but the time nears when we must step back and let matters take what course they will. We have perhaps been a touch too sheltering to this point. Those in thy care referring to me and Imoen, no doubt. Despite my desire to remain neutral in this matter, I could not in good conscience let events proceed without some measure of warning. The other side will move very soon, and I urge thee to leave Candlekeep this very night, if possible. So Gorion received that letter on that very day, and that explains his precipitated departure. The darkness may seem equally threatening, but a moving target is much harder to hit, regardless of how sparse the cover. A fighting chance is all that can be asked for at this point. Should anything go awry, do not hesitate to seek aid from travelers along the way. I do not need to remind thee that it is a dangerous land, even without our current concerns, and a party is stronger than an individual in all respects. Should additional assistance be required, I understand that Jaheira and Khalid are currently at the Friendly Arm Inn. They know little of what has passed, but they are ever thy friends and will no doubt help however they can. Luck be with us all. I'm getting too old for this. E. We have no idea at this point who is this E, except that he is old and that he writes very well. So, we are part of some grand scale events, which this mysterious E and Gorion have been trying to forecast. They have been taken by surprise by the move of the other side, whoever that is. And we set out on a unexpected journey to try to avoid it. However, we were ambushed. Gorion was killed. He basically gave his life so that we could escape to safety. Although safety in this game, in the game's terms, was merely 100 meters away from the scene of battle, and it seems a bit it's a bit difficult to believe that the armored figure would not have simply, run after us and easily catched up. He seemed very capable of running in the opening cinematic. But we'll run with it. No pun intended. Now let's talk a bit about Imoen, our first
You're a queer fellow.
Our first companion. She is a central character in the Baldur's Gate series. However, in this first installment, she has precious little content. According to BioWare writer Luke Chris Johnson, her character was a late addition to fill a non-psychotic thief gap in the early levels. We had no recording budget left, so I assembled her lines by editing voiceover left from a scrap demo. The original character was a guard named Peak. That's why she has no standalone confrontations/interactions with other party members. So she is one of the thinnest, if not the thinnest character in the game, well, companions at least. Her lines we heard in Candlekeep and right here were the only ones in the game.
What you want?
So my plan is to replace her quickly with a more interesting thief we will go fetch.
This way.
She is depicted as Zekel's only childhood friend. Like him, Imoen was adopted by Gorion, and nothing is mentioned of her origins. While in Candlekeep, she developed substantial thieving skills, no doubt using the monks as target practice, like her dialogue suggested here. Like the protagonist, she is around age 20 when those events take place.
Yes.
So that's it for the exposition of this game. Now comes the adventure part, which will begin in the next video. It will be quite unforgiving, as we are starting at level 1, no advantage, except that I'm a berserker and I can rage. And I am on insane difficulty, as is proved by this. This is max difficulty, and this means that I can be one-shot killed by wolves and
what?
Pretty much anything. So it's gonna be a lot of fun.